Hi everyone, good morning. Happy Sunday to all of those who are saying happy Sunday. Great, I see Om, Ashap. Then we have Jignesh, Janvi's there, Manish, Amit, Kriti, Mangalapalli, good, Rohani, Varun, Anshika, Shoaib is there, Swati, Par, Divya, Apurv, how are you? Good, good, good. Perfect. I see a lot of emojis also. Thanks for sending in emojis. Makes my Sunday more colorful. How is everybody doing? How's the Sunday? Like, is it still lazy Sunday for you, or you're freshen up? You went for a like football game or something. How is it going? Hey Suprava, how are you? Good. Vidisha, Sham is there. Navya, Jannat, Chanchal, Snemo is there. Mohit, Vaidehi. Vaidehi, is that a hi or is that a slap? I don't know. What is this emoji? ये थप्पड़ पड़ रहा है या हेलो हो रहा है? Isha, I was also missing my class yesterday, I know, but I'm here today, so we'll have a lot of fun today, as you can see on my screen, right? What is this emo boy chat ओम के एक एक बड़ा लेटर है कैप्स में एक छोटा हैप्पी संडे एक है. I'm doing good as well. Good, good, good. कृष्णा says chill संडे है. बढ़िया दोस्त, chill ही होना चाहिए. टेस्टी संडे है. ये कौन सा संडे होता है? टेस्टी संडे. वैष्णवी स्टडिंग फॉर द लास्ट 2 hours. वैष्णवी रैंक लानी है लग रहा है. गुड, सुपर. योगा भी कर लिया, पढ़ाई भी कर लिया है. चरण कहाँ है आपके? वी वांट टू डू चरण स्पर्श. योगा भी कर लिया, पढ़ाई भी कर लिया. ग्रेट. आई सी सम क्वेश्चंस आल्सो. गुड टू सी सम क्वेश्चंस एज वेल. चलो, कोई तो सवाल भी पूछ रहा है. व्हाट इज सिना क्वा नॉन? पढ़ा है आपने कभी? ये लैटिन टर्म्स होती हैं, राइट? दीज आर लैटिन टर्म्स विच इज बेसिकली, इफ यू कैन like probably understand या नहीं, I don't know, but which is like something which is very essential, जो कि जरूरी है, उसको बोलते हैं sine qua non or sin qua non, how you want to pronounce it depends, but it means something which is absolutely necessary, absolutely essential, right? Like food for you is absolutely essential. ठीक है. Great, energetic Sunday, super. June 23 economic, you got 47, maths 25, which is first attempt. No problem, Amrit. एक दो attempt तो चलती हैं, right? This is CA. What are we going to do today? We are going to do a lot of questions, Vaidehi. We have done 4 chapters, right? दिल्ली में तो बहुत धूप है दोस्त. दिल्ली में तो आदमी पिघल जाए, right? What are we going to do today is an interesting class. We have done chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chapters हमारे complete हो गए हैं, right? चारों chapters के बारे में हमने पढ़ लिया. We know the concepts of all the 4 chapters about what is BCK, why is it important, what are economic activities, what are non-economic activities, what are activities which add to the economy, supply side, demand side. ये सब हमने पढ़ लिया है. We have also studied about business environment, external, internal. External mein we have also talked about macro and micro, all the components, intermediaries, then demographics, economic, fiscal, monetary policy, export import. बहुत कुछ पढ़ा हमने. Pestle analysis पढ़ा. We talked about 3 internal strategies to tackle the environment, 3 holistic strategies to tackle the environment. Chapter 3 में हमने organizations के बारे में पढ़ा. We talked about a lot of Indian government organizations, public sector undertakings, also public listed companies and private companies. We also talked about some of the international, or I can say global companies working in India, like a Goldman Sachs, American Express, like Amazon, right? IBM, HCL, all these companies, Microsoft, Walmart coming into India and working for many, many years, where their headquarters are, who are the CEOs and CFOs. Chapter 4, we talked about business policies, historically, how Akbar ke era se, how British era se, we had a lot of policies. Whoever was the ruler, right, they tried to change the policies, and how did those policies actually create opportunities or threats for people who were doing business in those times, right? So that was an interesting chapter where we mixed history with future and what happens in the economy, how the economy functions. 4 chapter हमने पढ़े हैं. Now what we're going to do is we are going to solve 50 questions today. For the next 1 hour, we will solve 50 questions live here so that you get to know what kind of questions to expect in the examination. Like I told you, आज revision करेंगे काफी. You will have a lot of insight about what to expect in the examination, what kind of questions come in the examination. साथ ही साथ revision हो जाएगा so that you can use these classes to revise as well and not waste your time go back and revising, right? आपको यहीं पे revision भी करवा देंगे so that you save a lot of your time and spend on time on the subjects which are tough for you. BCK is relatively an easy subject because I teach it. Thank you. Okay, great. With that, I want all of you to be super active. People are watching on YouTube or watching somewhere where you cannot chat with us. I would expect you or encourage you to please join in the chat. चैट में आओगे, साथ में आंसर करोगे, जबरदस्त प्रैक्टिस होगी, राइट? रिवीजन ऑलरेडी हो जाएगा, एग्जाम में बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस से जाओगे. सो I will just wait for 30-40 seconds for people to join in on the chat, right? Also, I would really encourage all of those who are active on the chat to give me a thumbs up, to give me an emoji, so that I know we have ample amount of people on the chat who want to do this revision today. 50 questions back to back. टाइमर के साथ करेंगे दोस्त. आई एम गोइंग टू सेट टाइम एज वेल. वील स्टार्ट स्लो, बट जैसे जैसे वी गो टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस 20-30 के बाद I will put on a timer as well. I will create pressure for you as well. Okay, I want you to feel how an exam feels. मैं question आगे बढ़ा दूंगा, right? I will not wait on the questions also. You will get 20 seconds, you will get 30 seconds for a question, and I will keep moving that question. Okay, जहां पे भी डाउट होगा, प्लीज मेंशन अ क्यू बिफोर योर क्वेश्चन सो दैट विद इन द चैट, क्योंकि बहुत सारे आंसर्स आएंगे, इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू सी कि कौन सा क्वेश्चन है. प्लीज डू मेंशन अ बिग क्यू बिफोर योर क्वेश्चन एंड that will help me answer your doubts. All right, awesome. Also, people who are very smart, जिन्होंने पहले बुकलेट डाउनलोड की है, no help for you. चीटिंग करोगे तो आप ही का बुरा है, मेरा तो कुछ नहीं जाएगा दोस्त. ओके, सो डू नॉट ओपन दिस एडिशनल क्वेश्चंस बुकलेट. Just be here on the chat and on the video with us. We will practice live together. Okay, great. I see a lot of thumbs ups and emojis. Awesome. And with that, let's go to our first question, right? And here we go. The first question for you: marketing, finance, operations, human behavior, law, and policy economics all together derive BCK. What does it tell us about the BCK domains? Let's be very quick. Let's feel it's an exam, right? एंजल, क्लास के बाद मैं आपको बताऊंगा ये आप कहाँ से डाउनलोड कर सकते हो, राइट? सो बी अश्योर्ड ऑन दैट. छुपाएंगे नहीं आपसे, आप ही के लिए है. I'll give you where you can download this. Okay. First question on your screen. शुरू में थोड़ा सा टाइम लेंगे, कोई बात नहीं. Get used to the chat, get used to the questions. Slowly, steadily, we'll start reducing the time as well. Okay. Super. Majority people saying option C, which is eclectic. Some people say it's vast. Okay. I'm not going to give the answers. You remember your answers. Okay. You remember your answers. But या फिर अभी बता दें, अभी बता दें. I think that should be fine as well. Give me 1 second. Let me open my marker and कौन सा कलर ले? चलो पिंक लेते हैं, कोई बात नहीं. Okay. It is eclectic. It is eclectic because it includes a lot of other subjects as well. Question number 2 for you. Question number 2 for you on your screens. Okay. Gain for one of the if gain for one is loss for someone else. This concept can be understood by which of the characteristics of business environment? Super. फटाफट से. Just write question 2 option. What is your answer? Do mention question 2. Question 2 and the right option so that we know कि आप question 2 का आंसर कर रहे हो. Okay. Just write 2C or 2-3, whatever. Write a question 2 or just write 2A, 2B, 2C so that we know you're giving the right answer. Gain for one is loss for someone else. What is the concept that can be understood about business environment? Okay. What I see right now, majority janta saying 2C, 2B also is there. Majority saying 2C. Let's wait for another 5 more seconds. Be very quick. एग्जाम में इतना टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चंस है, फटाफट से सॉल्व करेंगे. डू नॉट टेक मच टाइम. ओके. ऑलराइट, आई सी डी आल्सो, बी आल्सो, बट व्हाट? Gain for one is loss for. What is this concept? Multifaceted. Those two faces है. The tails and heads and tails होता है. It's multifaceted, right? Gain for one is loss for someone else. It is multifaceted. It is multifaceted. Double face है. Okay. Gain for one, दो चेहरे हैं BCK के. Okay. Question number 3. Bank of Madura was acquired by which of these? Bank of Madurai. Right? This is not Madura. This is Madurai होगा. Quick. Do not spend much time on these questions. You should know the answers. अगर रिवीजन किया है, नहीं किया है, तो आपको आंसर यही मिल जाएगा. बताइए, द करेक्ट आंसर क्या है? बैंक ऑफ मदुरा वाज एक्वायर्ड बाय whom? Majority जनता saying ऑप्शन ए, ऑप्शन बी, ऑप्शन सी भी आ रहा है, ऑप्शन डी भी आ रहा है. द करेक्ट आंसर माय फ्रेंड्स इज ऑप्शन ए, आईसीआईसीआई बैंक. आईसीआईसीआई बैंक जाके पढ़ना पड़ेगा चैप्टर 3 में. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. दिस इज रिविजन. यहाँ पे गलती करो चलेगा, एग्जाम में नहीं करना. पॉलिसी कॉन्टेक्स्ट हैज अ कोर मोटिव बिहाइंड इट, विच इज व्हाट? Policy context. You remember policy content, policy context, policy tools, institutions, and feedback, the market, feedback from the market. Okay. Policy context has a core motive behind it, which is what? Which is what? Policy context. Majority जनता saying option B, option A, option C. मजा आ रहा है. Mixed options आ रहे हैं. This is good. Okay. Option D, option B, A, C, सारे options आ रहे हैं, which is good to see because the more you're confused, the better it is. The correct answer is option C, which is holistic development, my friend. Holistic development होती है. Policy का context हमेशा holistic development होता है. Holistic means as a whole. Holistic means as a whole. That means development of economy as a whole, development of country as a whole. Policy context is not just about economic or GDP or social welfare. It is about everything. It is a holistic development of the country, right? हर तरीके से country develop हो, that is the policy context. It's holistic development, my friend. ठीक है? Your parents would want you to grow in all aspects of life, be it personal, be it professional, be it career, be it this, be it that. जहां भी जाओ, अच्छा करो. That is their context. That is what they want. Similarly, policy is made with the idea that wherever the economy is, it grows in all aspects. It's a holistic development. ठीक है? Super. कोई बात नहीं. अगले पे चलते हैं. Number 5 on your screens. Which of the following is not a function of RBI? ये हमने पढ़ा नहीं है chapter, but let's see if you can answer or not. हमने chapter 5 अभी पढ़ा नहीं है, but I will still open this question for you, right? For those who are revising, for those who can still understand this, go for it. Answer this. Let's see. Guess work भी करके देखते हैं कितना काम आता है. Practice हो जाएगी guess work की भी. Which of the following is not a function of RBI? This is chapter 5, but कोई बात नहीं, आप आंसर करो. मजा आ गया. A B C D सारे ऑप्शंस आ गए. और कोई है? E F G H, 5A 5B D C A. वेरी गुड. बढ़िया. Not a function of RBI is option B. It is not responsible for collection of foreign institutional data, but it is responsible for promotion of banking. It is responsible for being a banker to the government. It is responsible for funding NABARD, but it is not responsible for collecting foreign institutional data, दोस्त. So not a function. Question ध्यान से पढ़ लेना मेरे भाई, वरना this is going to be tough for you. Okay, otherwise it's going to be tough for you. नॉट अ फंक्शन पूछा हमने, नॉट अ फंक्शन. ठीक है जी, ये क्या किया? You have to answer not a function which is collection of foreign institutional data. Question number 6 on your screen. Highest price the buyer is willing to pay is called what? Chapter 6 से है terminology. But let's see. You want me to zoom a little? Here you go. ये लो, zoom कर दिया थोड़ा सा और. Highest price the buyer is willing to pay is called what? It's chapter 6, but again, go for it. Try this question. Option A. Janta says option A. Highest price the buyer is willing to pay is called what? Janta says bid price, ask price, badla or beta. क्या बोलते हैं भाई? The highest price the buyer is willing to pay. Willing to pay. Not willing to give it for. Willing to pay. क्या होता है? Very good. Janta says option A. The correct answer, my friend, is option A. Super. It's called bid price. It's called bid price. Question number 7 on your screen. The structure in which there is a separation of ownership and management is called what? The structure in which there is separation of ownership and management is called what? Question number 7. The structure in which there is a separation of ownership and management, उसको क्या बोला जाता है मेरे दोस्त? हाय कोमल, 17 मिनट डिले हो गए, बट कोई बात नहीं. वी हैव 50 क्वेश्चन. वी आर डूइंग अ मैराथन रिविजन. इट्स गोना बी फन, इट्स गोना बी आई ओपनिंग फॉर यू. अगर आपके क्वेश्चंस, अपने आप को मार्क्स देना प्लीज. आई होप यू गाइज आर जस्ट नोटिंग डाउन हाउ मेनी राइट आंसर्स, हाउ मेनी रॉन्ग आंसर्स, सो दैट यू नो कितना रिविजन चाहिए, कितनी प्रैक्टिस चाहिए. ओके, डू mark yourself out of 50 questions आने वाले हैं आपके पास. Do mark yourself. Question number 7 के लिए the जनता says option C, which is company, and the answer is right. It's called a company. A company is a structure where the ownership and management are separate. Separate legal entity होती है. Remember? Great. Question number 8 on your screen. Which of the following is not an example of socio-cultural environment? ये हम लोग ने पढ़ा है. I want this to be right for all of you. ये गलत नहीं होना चाहिए, ठीक है? Which of the following is not an example of socio-cultural environment? We have studied this. Please do not make a mistake in this. मतलब फिर कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं की है. Which of the following is not? भैया ये पढ़ लेना please. Questions are tricked by using the words not, non, odd, ये सब use करके, okay? Which of the following is not an example of socio-cultural environment? जनता is raising its voice by saying rising income. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप लोगों का करेक्ट आंसर देने के लिए. Right? It's option B, my friend, which is rising income. It's not a socio-cultural. It's more of what? Economic. It's more of demographic. It's more of economic per se, but not socio-cultural. Okay? Thank you for doing that right. Let's go to question number 9 very quickly. Which of the following was founded by two Danish engineers taking refuge in India? अरे इतना simple question. Question number 9 on your screen. इतना simple question मैंने life में नहीं देखा है. Which of the following was founded by two Danish engineers taking refuge in India? Which of the following is founded by two Danish engineers taking a refuge in India? फटाफट से आंसर हो जाए दोस्त. क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 पे हैं हम लोग. क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. I see one from Krishna. Okay, Krishna says this. What else? What about others? क्या बोल रही पब्लिक? Public says option B, LNT. Somebody has also written option A, which is Cipla. Somebody has also written option C, which is Flipkart. ये फ्लिपकार्ट कब से डैनिश इंजीनियर्स की कंपनी हो गई दोस्त? ये कौन सा चैप्टर 3 पढ़ के आ रहे हो? द करेक्ट आंसर इज एल एंड टी लिमिटेड. ओके, टू लार्सन एंड टूब्रो, टू डैनिश इंजीनियर्स, लार्सन एंड टूब्रो, लार्सन भैया, टूब्रो भैया, heading in making L&T when they came to take refuge in India. Okay, super. Let's go to question number 10. Policy formulation, my friend. Policy formulation process is what? Is it unidirectional? Is it bidirectional? Is it multidirectional? Or is it a single point of contact oriented? Interesting question. बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है. बताइए. पॉलिसी फॉर्मुलेशन प्रोसेस इज व्हाट? स्टडी मटेरियल पढ़ा था? नहीं पढ़ा था. क्यों? बिकॉज वी थॉट कि योर पीपीटीज आर गोइंग टू हेल्प अस इन द एग्जामिनेशन एंड वी नो द कॉन्सेप्ट, सो व्हाई शुड आई स्टडी द स्टडी मटेरियल? इसलिए the exam can have question from the study material, my friend. There will be some things that we are not talking about in our sessions, right? Because these are more of conceptual, these are more of interaction, these are more of question and answer. This is more of a dialogue and a conversation, right? It's not a monologue. But study material तो पढ़ना ही है ना? तो study material से questions आएंगे. This is a proof of that. We have not done this in this session, but this is a study material question and I want you to answer because exam mein this will come. Okay. Question number 10. What is public saying? Public says option B, option C, 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 B, 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 A. Okay, B, C, D, सारे options आ गए. The correct answer, my friend, is option B, which is bidirectional. Why? Who will explain this? Let's stop here for 1 minute and see. Who will tell me why is it bidirectional? People who said option B, explain why was it bidirectional. Explain it to us. Why did you select option B for all those who are saying कि bidirectional है? I'm just looking at the chat for people to give me that reason कि those all who said option B, whether I know bidirectional means two directions, but why is policy formulation bidirectional? Think about it. For those who have not even given option B, if you now understand why is it bidirectional, give me reasons. Tell me. It's your class. Think. I can easily tell you why. It is bidirectional because government informs the companies and also provides its solutions. Okay? You are very close, Swati. Swati, you're very close, okay? You have cracked 90% of the answer, but just the way you have written is not communicating the idea. But you are absolutely on the right track. Try again. Okay, it is both sides. I know that Punjabi. Mr. Punjabi Asif, I know that. Oh, this is Miss? Oh, okay, this is okay. Punjabi Asif, I know this is bidirectional means both sides. But kyun? Why is policy formulation both sides? Okay, because when the policy is formulated, we have to consider people opinion also. Absolutely. That's coming in from Tirshalang. Super. Bidirectional because making the policy, we have to. Kidhar gaya chat? We have to consider people opinion as well. Bidirectional. Because making the policy, we have to need or we want opinion of the people who are impacted as well. Super. That's the right answer. It's bidirectional because it's give and take. It's back and forth, right? Sarkar policy banati hai, people give feedback. It's bi-directional, forward and backward, right? Policy formulation process is bi-directional because it's forward and backward. Policy is formulated, implemented, and then they get a feedback from people whether this is right or not. Okay, super. Good to see so many good answers. Let's go to the question number 11. Okay. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11। किधर गया, किधर गया, किधर गया? ये रहा। ये क्या हो गया? रुको, लेट मी जस्ट चेंज द व्यू। सिंगल पेज। ओके, लेट्स गो एंड डू अ zoom. Here we go. Question number 11 on your screen. Free and fair competition ensures all except what? Free and fair competition ensures all except what? Okay. Yes, Akruti. Both sides means bidirectional. So backward and forward, right? Question 11 on your screens. Free and fair competition ensures all except what? Again, question number, oh, this is chapter number 5. But let's see. It's going to be a good revision for all of you. I see option A in majority, then you have option B coming in at second. Some people saying option D as well, but A की probability बढ़ती जा रही है. Let's see. Okay, B encourages innovation, except trick question में याद रखना. Free and fair competition ensures everything except, which means free and fair competition does not help in what? The correct answer, my friend, is option B. Free and fair competition does not boost fixed choice preferences of the customer. Free and fair competition does everything except boosting the fixed choice preferences of the customer. Okay? That means if I always buy Amul Doodh, right? I buy Amul milk every day. If there is no competition for Amul, I will be fixed on my choice, right? But free and fair competition helps me to explore Paras ka doodh, like Nandini in southern India. You'll go to find a Nandini milk brand, Amul, Mother Dairy, Paras, right? You will have so many other brands because there is competition. So it does everything but does not boost. That means it does not encourages people to just stick to one brand. It encourages people to go and explore different options because there is competition. You have options you can go and select in the market. ठीक है जी? So that is why option number B, you have to be very careful while choosing the options. Punishing the laggards means free and fair competition actually punishes the lazy people. If you're lazy, the competition will cut you off. Your business will be zero if you are a lazy business person. Okay. Question number 12 on your screens, again from chapter 6, but go for it. Give it a try. Punishing the laggards means punishing the lazy people. पढ़ेंगे हम लोग. Vita in Haryana, Verica in Punjab. That is right, Rohit. Different brands everywhere because there is competition. They allow competition, right? तभी तो आपके पास options हैं. Question number 12 is on your screens. Solve it, please. It's from chapter 6, but go for it. देखा जाएगा. कुछ सीखोगे. Security whose price is derived from another underlying asset is called what? क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Securities price is derived from another underlying asset is called option number A. Majority जनता saying option number A के साथ जाना चाहेंगे. Lock कर दिया जाए कंप्यूटर जी. Right? And that is called derivatives. Option A, derivatives. Derive from another asset. Derive. Derivative word ही देखो derive से आया है. Derive. तो derivative. ठीक है जी. Question number 13 from chapter number 1 coming straight on your computer screens. 1 करोड़ का क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है ये. अभी दिख रहे आपको सारे ऑप्शंस. Maximum number of members in a private limited company are what? 50, 200, 20, 500, 50, 200, 20, 500. Question 13. Majority Janta says option B. Option B, which is 200. The correct answer for question 13 is option B, that is 200. ये बढ़िया सबको याद है. Super. Let's go to question number 14. Environment analysis helps in what? Question 14 on your screen. Read the options very carefully. Environment analysis helps in what? कैसे हेल्प करता है environment analysis? मानसी का ऑप्शन आ चुका है. मानसी तो फास्टेस्ट फिंगर फर्स्ट खेल रही है. ये लो ऑप्शन फर्स्ट. ग्रेट. ऑप्शन डी के लिए जोरदार हूटिंग होते हुए जनता इज सेइंग ऑप्शन डी. आई सी somebody saying option C. ओके. ऑल ऑफ द अबव भी आ रहा है, विच इज ऑप्शन डी. राइट. लास्ट 3 सेकेंड्स. ऑप्शन डी के लिए जोरदार शोर मचते हुए एंड द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी. ठीक है जी. Correct answer is option D. Let's go to question number 15, my friend. Which of the following is not a foreign company? Which of the following is not a foreign company? इतना सिंपल क्वेश्चन आएगा एग्जाम में, आ सकता है. Would you be asked such simple questions in the examination? Absolutely, yes, you can be asked. ऑप्शन ए और ऑप्शन डी के बीच में लड़ाई होते हुए आयान इतने बार ऑप्शन लिखेगा तब भी गलत है दोस्त. बी सी ए. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज. क्वेश्चन फंसोगे, जीरो मिलेंगे, जीरो. क्या नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं? नॉट अ फॉरेन कंपनी. सवाल है विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ फॉरेन कंपनी. नहीं है. द करेक्ट आंसर इज ए. डॉक्टर रेड्डीज. डॉक्टर रेड्डीज इज नॉट अ फॉरेन कंपनी. वॉलमार्ट बाहर की, नेस्ले बाहर की, एचपी बाहर की. डॉक्टर रेड्डीज तो अपनी देसी कंपनी है दोस्त. इट्स अ देसी इंडियन कंपनी. So which of the following is not a foreign company? Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. Privatization may not be of conceptualized in form of. बताइए क्या. इतना सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे एग्जाम में. पूछेंगे भाई, क्यों नहीं पूछेंगे. बिल्कुल पूछ सकते हैं, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Privatization may not be conceptualized in form of what? प्राइवेटाइजेशन के हमने 4 तरीके पढ़े थे. वी स्टडीड 4 टाइप्स ऑफ प्राइवेटाइजेशन टेक्निक्स. हाउ गवर्नमेंट डज प्राइवेटाइजेशन और promotes privatization. There were 4 ways. Out of this, which of the following is not. ओम तो तोतला हो गए दोस्त. ही सेइंग ऑप्शन छी. छी क्या होता है? दिस इज शोना बाबू गैंग कमिंग इन फ्रॉम ओम. पक्का ओम डज दैट काइंड ऑफ चैट्स. Perfect. Majority जनता says option C and that is right. Dedication कौन सा privatization है भाई? Right? So simple. Let's go to question number 17 very quickly. Exam fields. The time is running. Which of the following is not a SEBI function as one body? फिर से ये chapter 5 से आ रहा है, हमने नहीं पढ़ा है, but go for it, give it a try. Question number 17 on your screen. Which of the following is not a SEBI function as one body? Quasi-legislative, quasi-judicial, quasi-fiscal, quasi-executive. ये तो ऐसे रैप जैसे वर्ड्स है. Okay, good to see that a lot of you are answering it mixed. द करेक्ट आंसर आई विल टेल यू, बट दिस इज चैप्टर 5, तो स्ट्रेस नहीं लेना है, अभी पढ़ेंगे हम चैप्टर 5 बाकी है, वी आर येट टू कवर चैप्टर 5. आई विल एक्सप्लेन दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इन डेप्थ. Even if you're wrong today, it's good for you. You're learning something new. The correct answer is quasi-fiscal is not a SEBI's function as a body, while SEBI functions as quasi-legislative, quasi-judicial, quasi-executive. अभी आपका एक सवाल होगा विच आई विल सॉल्व इट राइट नाउ कि भाई ये क्वासी का क्या मतलब होता है. क्वासी का मतलब क्या होता है? आई विल एक्सप्लेन. वेरी सिंपल सर. व्हाट इज क्वासी? आई विल अभी समझो ये क्या होता है. इफ यू हैव एन एल्डर सिस्टर, ठीक है जी, ध्यान से सुनना. इफ यू हैव एन एल्डर सिस्टर, योर एल्डर सिस्टर किसकी तरह एक्ट करती है? इफ यू हैव एन एल्डर सिस्टर और एल्डर ब्रदर, or you are the eldest sister or elder brother, you act like what? आने वाला है, करेक्ट आंसर आने वाला है, राइट? इफ यू आर द eldest sister or elder brother, or if you have an elder sister brother, they act like what? कौन किसकी तरह एक्ट करते हैं वो आपके? हाँ, मम्मी पापा जैसे बनते हैं, राइट? मॉम डैड, मॉम स्लैश डैड. दैट्स कॉसी. सो योर eldest सिस्टर इज योर कॉसी मॉम. आप अपनी एल्डर सिस्टर को बोल सकते हो कॉसी मदर और कौसी मॉम बोल सकते हो, ठीक है जी. कौसी मदर या कौसी मॉम बोल सकते हो. एल्डर ब्रदर को आप कौसी फादर बोल सकते हो, कौसी डैड बोल सकते हो. व्हाट डज दिस मीन? समझ आया व्हाट इज कौसी? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज कौसी नाउ? कौसी मीन्स दे आर नॉट द लेजिस्लेटिव बॉडी, दे आर नॉट द कोर्ट. सेबी लॉ नहीं बनाता है, सेबी जज नहीं है. हाई कोर्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाना ही पड़ेगा. एग्जीक्यूटिव नहीं है, आईएएस ऑफिसर नहीं है सेबी, बट इट स्टिल एक्ट्स लाइक इट फॉर his area, for its area, for his or her area, like your brother and sister talks like your mom or dad for their specific area. That's called quasi. बनते हैं, होते नहीं है, ठीक है. That is called quasi. Now you understand what is quasi. You will remember for life what is quasi. Perfect. चलते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 पे. Question number 18 on your screens. अब बोलूंगा तो गुस्सा ना जा तो जाएगा. Question 18 on your screen. Purutha says wanna be mother. Wanna be बताते हैं तो अब तो लड़ाई हो जाएगी घर में. Question 18 on your screen, back on the chat, answering. The revision is going on. This is exam practice. फटाफट से लिखेंगे. Right. ADR stands for what? Again, chapter 6, but I see a lot of you are giving right answers, so I'm happy. कि चलो, मेरी मेहनत कम हो गई. The correct answer is what? American Depository Receipt को बोलते हैं ADR. ADR stands for American Depository Receipts. ADR stands for American Depository Receipts. Okay, ji? Very good. Let's go to question number 18. HUF cannot comprise members of which of the following? Right? HUF does not comprise which of the following? Options on your screen. Very good. Majority of Janta says it right. I'll just wait for another 10 seconds on this question and then we go to question number 80. Oh, 20. Oh, 20 तक पहुंच गए. Very good. Cool. Too easy. Option D. Muslim families are not covered under HUF, while Jain, Buddhist, Sikh, Hindu are all included under HUF. Okay. Question number 18 on your screens. The term pestle analysis is used to describe a framework for analyzing what? macro environment, environment, both macro and micro environment, or none of the above? Question 20. Question 20 on your screen. I hope you're scoring yourself as well. बार बार याद दिला रहा हूँ, एंड में देखना 50 में से कितने मार्क्स आए, एंड यू विल नो कि हाउ प्रिपेयर्ड आर यू फॉर द एग्जाम. एग्जाम एग्जैक्टली ऐसे ही होने वाला है. 20. Majority Janta says option A. Let's go with option A. Macro environment. Pestle analysis is specifically for macro environment. External तो है, but external में भी macro environment के बारे में we study when we do pestle analysis. Political, environmental, social, technological, legal, right? 21. Indian LPG is a product of which of the following corporations in India? Chapter 3. पोर्टफोलियो आ गया. पोर्टफोलियो चैप्टर 3 पोर्टफोलियो. क्वेश्चन 21 on your screen. Vaishnavi, Divisha, Gautam have already given 21. I want all of you to answer quickly. Majority Janta has come up with question 21 के option. The correct option being option A, B, C, D. सारे ऑप्शन लिख दिए दोस्त, बहुत ही बढ़िया. 5 more seconds on this question. इंडियन एलपीजी किस कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट है? बताइए, बताइए जनाब. द करेक्ट आंसर इज, द करेक्ट आंसर इज IOCL, इंडियन ऑयल कॉरपोरेशन लिमिटेड. इंडियन ऑयल कॉरपोरेशन लिमिटेड का है इंडियन एलपीजी. सब लोग के मार्क्स कटे, मजा आ गया. बहुत लोगों के मार्क्स कटे. आई कैन सी दैट. बी ऑनेस्ट इन मार्किंग. आप ही की पर्सनल मार्किंग है. बी ऑनेस्ट टू योर सेल्फ. मार्क योर सेल्फ. इट्स रॉन्ग, इट्स रॉन्ग. ओके, ऑनेस्टी से करो. ये एग्जाम नहीं है, बट एग्जाम में गलत नहीं होगा. ओके, इंडियन ऑयल कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड का प्रोडक्ट इज इंडियन एलपीजी. मार्क योर सेल्फ राइट. इफ द आंसर इज रॉन्ग, इट्स रॉन्ग फॉर यू. ओके, क्वेश्चन 22 ऑन योर स्क्रीन्स. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, question 22. Simplification of trade restrictions related to import is an example of what? Wow, correct question. Simplification of trade restrictions related to import. मुझे तो बढ़िया क्वेश्चन लगा ये, बहुत ही बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है. Simplification of trade restrictions related to import is an example of what? The smarties on the chat are saying A. The double smarties on the chat is saying B. Very good. देखते हैं करेक्ट आंसर क्या है. 5 more seconds for those who have already done. Wait for others to answer. ठीक है जी. Cool emojis भी आ रहे हैं. The correct answer is globalization. Globalization. The simplification of trade restrictions related to import means बहुत सारी बाहर की कंपनीज इंडिया आ सकती हैं. A lot of companies from the outside can now bring their products to India because import is becoming easy. So it's globalization. It's globalization. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Let's go to question number 23. फटाफट से चलेंगे. क्वेश्चन 23 थोड़ा सा छोटा करते हैं ताकि आपको क्वेश्चन पूरा पढ़ने में आए. एंड बड़ा लंबा क्वेश्चन है यार, ले लीजिए. नाउ वी हैव, ओके. The RBI has been vested with extensive power to control and supervise. Let me just remove the sidebar so that आपको और बड़ा कर दूं. ये लो. Okay, perfect. The RBI has been vested with extensive power to control and supervise commercial banking systems under. इतना simple, इतना simple. Yes, इतना simple. 23। इसमें तो इसमें तो दिमाग ही नहीं लगाना है कुछ, है ना? सुपर सिंपल क्वेश्चन। RBI has been vested with extensive power to control and supervise commercial banking system under which act? People who have studied are giving the right answer. People who are like me, जो exams में जाके do a lot of guesswork and just say please pass करा देना, guess मार दिया, उनके आंसर गलत है. The correct answer is option C, my friend. The correct answer is option C, which is both A and B. RBI Act as well as Banking Regulations Act. कोई बात नहीं, गलत हुआ है कोई बात नहीं. We'll study this in chapter 5. अभी के लिए गलत मार्क कर लो because this is something that we have to learn now. Okay. Question 24 on your screen. Question 24 on your screen. Question from Vaishnavi, what is aggregation? Aggregation means collecting. Okay, collecting all the companies together, bringing all the businesses together is called aggregation of businesses. Question 24 right now on your screens to be solved. Dash is a strategy that is used to minimize the risk of a particular investment and maximize the returns of an investment. Very good. Dash is a strategy. What is this strategy called that is used to minimize the risk of a particular investment and maximize the returns of that investment? बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Chapter 6, let's see if you can answer. 24, आर प्रिय जनता says कि भैया ऑप्शन सी डी ई सारे ई ऑप्शन कौन सा है? Option C and D has big fight. Option B is there. The correct answer, my friend, for question number 24, hedge. Hedge. Hedge is a strategy that is used to minimize risk of a particular investment and maximize the returns of an investment. It's called hedging. It's called hedging. बुरे से बुरा क्या होगा उस पे हम लॉक कर दे. The worst that can happen is this. Okay, this is the amount of loss I can bear. That is my maximum loss. Now I go and play for my win. Okay, that's called hedging. That's called hedging. Okay, protecting yourselves from extensive losses, protecting yourself against too many risks, or probably reducing your risk is called hedging. Reducing your risk is called hedging. Okay, ji? Question 25 on your screen. Which of the following is not an economic objective of a firm? 50% of the exam हो गया है. Question 25 पे हम लोग पहुंच गए हैं. Right? 25 more questions to go. Brief rest options too. What is a brief rest? This is a question, Anjali. Brief rest options too. Okay. You want me to rest? Okay, we will do that in chapter 6. तो chapter 6 के लिए भी कुछ छोड़ो, तब क्या पढ़ेंगे? You should be curious कि आगे क्या पढ़ना है. अभी 2 chapters बाकी हैं. We'll do that. Question 25. Which of the following is not an economic objective of the firm? Not an economic objective. Okay. Sales growth, improvement in market share, profits and returns on investments, conservation of natural resources. The correct answer is option number D. Conservation of natural resources is not an economic objective. It's not an economic. It is an objective, but not an economic objective. Okay. Perfect. Mark the incorrect option. Question number 26 on your screens. Mark the incorrect option. Partnership implies what? Read the questions carefully and answer question number 26. Okay, Anshika Pratima, I have already answered. Who else is coming third now? Okay. A lot of people have answered. We have Pankaj, Shreyas, Jannat, Vedi, Naveen, Shli, Aniket, Amrit, Amar says D. Okay, Amar says B. Vaishnavi says B. Kamlesh says A. Prashant says D. Bhumika says B. Very good. सारे options आ गए. A, B, C, D सब आ गया. Komal says B. Kaushiki says B. Prutha says B. Okay. What else? The correct answer, question number 26, my friend. Let's wait for others. But the correct answer is already there. Most of you have given it right. Question 26, the right answer is B. In partnership, the liability of the partners is unlimited. They will come to your home, take away your car, take away your furniture, take away all the money, all the jewelry, all the cash you have in a partnership. To protect from that, a new concept was created, which was limited liability partnership. But in a partnership, the liability of the partner is unlimited. Hence, it is the incorrect option, and you had to mark this option. Great. Let's go to question number 27. Who is the present CEO and MD of Larsen and Toubro Limited? अब आएगा मजा. Chapter 3. सबसे tough. Remembering names. Question 27 on your screens. देखते हैं किसी को याद है भी या नहीं. Let's see who remembers. People are so confused between option B and option C. ऑप्शन बी और सी के बीच में 50-50 टाई चल रहा है. मजा आ गया. दैट मीन्स 50% लोगों के तो मार्क्स कट होने वाले हैं और 50% को मार्क्स मिलने वाले हैं. सुपर. द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 27, लार्सन एंड टूब्रो, इज ऑप्शन सी माय फ्रेंड. ठीक है जी. एस एन सुब्रमण्यम. के आर कृष्णमूर्ति जी नहीं है, सुब्रमण्यम जी हैं फॉर लार्सन एंड टूब्रो लिमिटेड. ठीक है जी. आधों को मिल गए 50 मतलब मार्क्स, आधों को मिल गया ठेंगा. कोई बात नहीं, इट्स अ रिवीजन. अच्छा है, एग्जाम से तो बेटर है इफ यू मेक मिस्टेक्स है. यू शुडंट मेकिंग मिस्टेक्स देयर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 28 ऑन योर स्क्रीन्स. हियर वी गो. आफ्टर क्वेश्चन 30 थोड़ा सा स्पीड बढ़ा दूंगा मैं, सो दैट यू फील द प्रेशर. अभी आई एम गिविंग यू एम्पल टाइम टिल क्वेश्चन 30. लास्ट 20 क्वेश्चंस आर गोना बी रैपिड फायर. ठीक है. Which of the following statements about RBI is incorrect? Read the options very carefully and answer. Which of the following is incorrect? Please question ध्यान से पढ़िए. Read the question carefully. Read the options carefully. Again, chapter number 5. We will study it, but abhi go for it and try to answer. Majority जनता says option C. ठीक है जी. What about others? I see very few answers for this question yet. Now I see a lot of answers. Thank you everybody for answering. Majority Janta says option C. The correct answer is option C. One of its missions is to protect the interest of policyholders. That is IRDAI. वो तो इंश्योरेंस रेगुलेटरी का काम है, आरबीआई का काम नहीं है दोस्त. आरबीआई का काम नहीं है कि पॉलिसी होल्डर को बचाए. ठीक है जी. ओके. Question 29 on your screen. Here we go. Economic reforms introduced in 1992 are called LPG. That refers to what? बताओ. इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है यार. एलपीजी हम तो सोच रहे थे फुल फॉर्म पूछेंगे, इन्होंने तो क्या ही क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया. लेट्स सी इफ यू कैन आंसर दिस. liquidation of loss-making units, popularize public-private partnership, good governance, or none of the above? फंस जाओगे इसमें. This question is a trick question, my friend. This question is a trick question. The correct answer, I'll come to that question, Manish, after this. We will solve your question also. The correct answer is D, none of the above. None of the above. एलपीजी तो बात करता था लिबरलाइजेशन की, प्राइवेटाइजेशन की एंड ग्लोबलाइजेशन की, राइट? It refers to liberalization, privatization, and globalization. While reading this, you will feel, यार ये सब होता तो है उसमें, but the options are not conclusive. The options are not conclusive. Hence, it's option D, that none of the above, right? It's LPG is not just about liquidation. LPG is not just about public-private partnership. LPG is not just about good governance. It is a combination of a lot of things. So none of the above is the option for question 29. Manish says question 28 mein, RBI is the sole authority for issue of currency in India. That's right. Now my counter is, yes, सिक्के थोड़ी ना आरबीआई बनाता है. बहुत बढ़िया, राइट? बनाता नहीं है, अथॉरिटी तो है. बनाने की बात कहाँ हो रही है? अथॉरिटी की बात हो रही है. आरबीआई इज द सोल प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ करेंसी लिखा है? नहीं. सोल अथॉरिटी लिखा है? हाँ. ओके, सो वर्ड प्ले है सर, वर्ड प्ले. ठीक है जी, लेट्स गो टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 30 ऑन योर स्क्रीन्स. Setting low prices. This is chapter 6, but interesting question. Solve this. And keep marking. Question 29 में all of the above होता ही नहीं, क्योंकि globalization नहीं था उसमें, right? Setting low prices in order to discourage potential new entrants to the suppliers market is called what? कौन सी तकनीक है ये? कौन सी निंजा टेक्निक है ये? What do we call this technique of pricing? I see a lot of C's and D's and A's. Super good. The correct answer is Geo Cinema. जैसे मैं टाइप ही कर सकता. Very good. Geo Cinema is the answer. But what does the Geo Cinema mean? Preemptive pricing. Option A, preemptive pricing, right? Preemptive pricing means Geo Cinema forcing Hotstar to show India versus Pakistan free to everybody. That's called preemptive pricing. हम फ्री दिखाते हैं, आपको भी फ्री दिखाना पड़ जाएगा. Setting so low prices that new people are not able to enter the market. Anybody who now wants to enter the OTT market, they will think कि यार Jio Cinema तो free दे रहा है, we can't give it for free, we don't have so much money, already out of the market. It's called preemptive pricing. It's called preemptive pricing. Okay. गेस्ट वर्क की काम कर रहे, तो एग्जाम में ना गेस्ट काम नहीं करते, यहाँ पे काम करते हैं, बिकॉज एग्जाम में हालत खराब होती है. कूल. लेट्स थोड़ा सा स्पीड अप. राइट नाउ फ्रॉम 31 to 50 we will go on a rocket ship speed. You will only get 15 seconds per question and I will change the question. ठीक है? Get ready for it. Question 31 on your screen. Mark the correct option. थोड़ा सा एग्जाम फील लेंगे, फटाफट से पढ़ेंगे, ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे एंड आंसर करेंगे. राइट. 10 more seconds. Question 31 on your screen. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. The correct answer is option D. All are correct. Right? All are correct. Domain come registered itna LLP under this, Hindu section under this. Super. Question 32 on your screens. Answer this carefully. Pestle refers to what? Simple question. ज़्यादा time नहीं लगना चाहिए. 15 seconds on the clock. Be super quick with question 32 as well. 5 more seconds. Question 32. Correct answer option D. All of the above. All of the above. सब कुछ है pestle analysis. Macro environment, macro external factors, full form, right? Pestle analysis includes everything. Question 33 on your screens. Which company ranked third on the Forbes World's Best Employer list 2021? Third, not first. And a trick question. 10 more seconds on the clock. Question 33 on your screen. Five more seconds. People say Microsoft. कोई कह रहा है Amazon. कोई कह रहा है Walmart. 3, 2, and 1. The correct answer is Amazon. Amazon was number 3 on Forbes Best Employer List 2021. Question 34 on your screen. Identify the one which may be considered as a public policy. Public policy. 15 seconds on the clock again. फटाफट से आंसर कीजिए. And keep marking yourself as well. Rights and wrongs. एंड में देखेंगे किसका कितना स्कोर है. 10 more seconds. Question 34. Read the options very carefully. पार्थ 2021 की लिस्ट देख रहे हो दोस्त, 2023 की देख रहे हो? 2021 या 2023? The correct answer for question number 34 is option C. All citizens are to be provided with biometric Aadhaar card. It's a public policy. Super. Let's go to question 35. Speed up. Who was the regulatory body for controlling financial affairs in India before SEBI? SEBI se pehle, who was the regulatory body for controlling financial affairs in India before SEBI? बताइए. सबका गलत होने वाला है. क्वेश्चन 35 तो सबका ही गलत होने वाला है। ध्यान से पढ़िए क्वेश्चन 35। Who was the regulatory body for controlling financial affairs in India before SEBI? The correct answer, my friend, is option number A, controller of capital issues. Bhai, capital issues is all about share market, right? Issue of shares, issue of debentures, issue से ही तुक्का मारो। रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया कैसे, इंश्योरेंस रेगुलेटरी कैसे सेबी का काम करेगा? सेबी इज शेयर मार्केट, इट्स स्टॉक मार्केट। हाउ विल इंश्योरेंस रेगुलेटरी बी वर्किंग बिफोर सेबी ऑन द कैपिटल मार्केट्स? कैपिटल मार्केट के लिए तो कैपिटल इश्यूज कंट्रोलर जैसे ही कुछ होगा। इवन द गेस्ट वर्क शुड वर्क ऑन दैट, राइट? And for question that Microsoft वाला question, a lot of doubt. I always tell you that is why ranking के questions कम ही आते हैं, because they always create confusion, right? Because these rankings keep changing. Book में change होगी, question paper में change नहीं होगी. So ideally, the board of studies also ideally avoids the ranking question. So you can ignore that question as well. I keep telling you it's a rabbit hole. वो ranking change हो जाएगी, नाम change हो जाएगा, right? And you will start figuring out यार ये कौन सा ठीक है. But right now here the answer is controller of capital issues, right? तुक्का capital market issue of shares से मारो. Question 36 on your screens. फटाफट से करेंगे. What is consolidation? What is consolidation? Simple है. Super simple question. 15 seconds are way too much for this question. 36 on your screens. Awesome. Congratulations if you got the answer right. Right, Vidisha? So again, those ranking questions are always very subjective and controversial because those rankings keep changing. So इसीलिए when we were doing chapter 3 also, I said, if you have time, read the rankings, otherwise just don't. 99% the ranking questions will not come in examination, okay? But it's there for your knowledge, okay? That there's something like a best employer ranking also. 5 more seconds for question 36 and then we go to question 37. ठीक है जी. 36 का correct answer is option B. B for Bombay. Combination of two or more entities that occurs when the entities transfer all the net assets to the entity created for that purpose. That is called consolidation, my friend. Simple, accounts में पढ़ा था ना. 37. Present chairman of Wipro Limited. Present chairman of Wipro Limited. कौन है? Question 37 on your screens. 10 more seconds. It's an easy one. I don't want to spend time on this. फटाफट से आंसर करेंगे. एग्जाम प्रेशर. क्वेश्चन नंबर भी लिखो आगे, पता तो चले कौन से क्वेश्चन का आंसर करो. 36, 37. 5 more seconds. Present chairman of Wipro Limited. 3, 2, 1. Rishad Premji. Rishad Premji, the current chairman of Wipro Limited. Business and technology are what? Interrelated, interdependent, interrelated and interdependent, none of the above. 38 on your screen. Technology and business. We have done this. Macro environment, technology. Macro environment, technology. Question 38 on your screens. Done while doing chapter number 2, technology, macro environment. बताइए. Business and technology are interrelated, interdependent, interrelated and interdependent, or none of the above. बढ़िया. Majority Janta says option C. The correct option is option C. They are interrelated and interdependent. Option C is the right answer. ठीक है जी. Very good. चलते हैं question 39 पे, which is from chapter number 5, but give it a try. Self-help groups are catered specifically by all development banks, SIDBI, RBI or NABARD. Question 39. We're solving 39. Question 39 on your screens. 5 more seconds. Macha, you gotta speed up. Question 39. The right answer is 3, 2, and 1. The right answer is NABARD. NABARD caters specifically सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स को बहुत ज्यादा फोकस करता है नाबार्ड. ओके, पढ़ेंगे इसके बारे में चैप्टर 5, बट good that you have learned something now. When we study that, you will recall. Question 40 on your screens. 40वां question. The government decides to spend 400 crores in next 5 years for the benefit of women entrepreneurs in India. This is an example of fiscal policy, monetary, FDI, industrial. Very good. मजेदार क्वेश्चन है. The answer is hidden in the question. 10 more seconds. Question 40 on your screens. People who are saying option C, FDI का full form याद है? Which is much of 40A. 40, let's see. FDI, foreign direct investment. So यहाँ पे foreign direct में women entrepreneur. This is not foreign दीदी investment. It's not foreign daughter investment. तो इसमें women entrepreneur का FDI कैसे आंसर दे रहा है दोस्त? The correct answer is fiscal policy. It's called fiscal policy, right? Spend. They are saying the government decides to spend 400 crores. Fiscal policy क्या थी दोस्त? Budget and expenses, income and expenses, income and expenses. Spend 400 crores. Fiscal policy, simple. दिमाग क्यों लगाना है? Answer छुपा हुआ है यहीं पे. 400 crores is fiscal policy. Answer solved. Go to the next one. Simple. Question 41 on your screens. Which of the following is an economic activity? यार इतना simple मत पूछो. 10 seconds for this question. Question 41. That's right, fiscal stimulus. Stimulus, याद है, very good. अच्छा है, अच्छा है. You guys are remembering the good words to write in examinations. Plus to use when you're interviewing for your articleship and your jobs in Fortune 500 companies. मजा आएगा. Which of the following is an economic activity? Is an economic activity. ज़्यादा time नहीं लेंगे. The correct answer is option C. And here we go to question 42. Keep marking yourself. Keep marking yourself with all honesty. दिल पे हाथ रख के correct marking करना. 42 on your screens. बताइए. Which of the following internal strategies to respond to environment involves formulation and clarification of organization's mission? इतना लंबा question. हाँ जी सर. Which of the following internal strategies to respond to environment involves? Simple. We have done an example also for this. ये तो correct होना चाहिए. You studied this with me. You studied this with me and still answering it wrong means कि भैया मुक्का पड़ेगा. मुक्का पड़ेगा. Formulation and clarification of organization's mission. कैसे? People who are giving the wrong answer, घर आके I will give you one मुक्का. इतना simple question. We did so many examples for this. The correct answer for question 42 is administrative. Change of mission and the way you do business. The way you do business, when you change that, it's called administrative. Vision is what you aspire to be. Mission is how you do your business. Administrative response. Haldiram's A to B, Sagar Ratna becoming a healthy joint. Changing their way of doing business. Administrative response. जितना जनता competitive response, people saying dynamic response, घर आके I will give you one मुक्का. Question 43 on your screens. Amazon started in these years. कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. I feel old, but it's okay. Very good. 43, majority janta says option A. The correct answer is option A. Let's go to question 44. Which of the following policy or policies pertain to macroeconomic management? ये कौन सा ऑप्शन है? And C. I will get this corrected. इसको ignore करो. I have taken a note. This needs to be corrected. Which is basically this and this, right? ये क्वेश्चन तो हमको इग्नोर करना पड़ेगा because the option is not right. Correct. ANC होगा. But this is ANC. ये printing mistake हो गया, बताओ. I will get this corrected. Good that we caught this. ये A कैसा बनाया मैंने? Anyway. Everybody gets a mark for this. ठीक है, इसको बोलते ग्रेस मार्क. You remember school में we used to get grace marks and majority of our classmates used to pass because of grace marks. आज एक मार्क ग्रेस दिया गया. Everybody is right. Option D. Okay, cool. Let's go to question 45. What is the constitution of Competition Commission of India? Interesting question. ये वैसे हमने chapter 5 में पढ़ना है. So this is where you have to do your guesswork for those who have not studied chapter 5 yet. For those who are revising, let's see. Yeah, I remember school mein we also used to get grace marks for good handwriting. I never got, but okay. I used to get extra marks for answering a lot of questions in classroom. I remember that. But I was never getting grace marks for good handwriting or good notes. But answer करने के लिए I used to be the one who used to read by standing in the class, like English के chapters. I used to get 2-3 marks extra because of that. Question 45 on your screens. What इससे ये भी पता चलता है how good is your luck in guesswork. एग्जाम में guess करना है या नहीं. This revision will tell you if you're lucky at guesswork or not. And if you're not lucky at guesswork, और एग्जाम में guesswork मत करना. Please don't try experimenting your guesswork in exams. This will tell you if you're good at guesswork or not. Okay. 46. A negotiable instrument that instructs the banks to pay a particular amount of money from the writer's bank to the receiver is called what? Chapter number 6. Absolutely. If you're not lucky, तो भैया you know the reality that you don't have to do the guesswork. Right, कौशिकी? अच्छा है ना, ये रिवीजन भी थोड़ा सच्चाई दे देता है that you're not good at guesswork, so probably Maja needs to cool down their aspiration of being an excellent guesswork. One, two, three, like taking the god's name, yeah, 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 and tuck. That's not gonna happen. It's a good revision from that aspect also. Question 46 on your screens, majority people saying simple one. Very good. Simple one कौन सा यहाँ पे option है? Right, let's go to the next one. The correct answer here is a check. A check. So simple. Let's go to answers आ गए. वो भी देखेंगे. Question 47. Last four questions on your screens. A very large loan extended by a group of small banks to a single corporate borrower is called as which of the following? जैसे किंगफिशर को लोन मिला था विजय माल्या को, या फिर नीरव मोदी को, the kind of loan they got, what is that type of loan called? Time deposit, long term loan, annuities या फिर syndicate loan? क्या बोलते हैं ऐसे लोन को? What do you call these loans which are given together by a number of banks coming together, taking the risk together? मजा आया ऐसा मेरे को. My heart is so at peace because 90% of the जनता is wrong. मुझे तो बड़ा मजा आता है when you guys are wrong. See, so sadist I am, so evil, because that is where the classes make sense. To bring you down to the grounds of reality, these classes are important. I want all of you to get 100 out of 100 in BCK. So यहाँ पे the correct answer is syndicated loan. We will study this in chapter 6, but this is called syndicated loan. When so many banks come together to give a very big loan. Air India wants a loan of 50,000 crores to buy 20 planes. 20 airplanes खरीदने हैं, एयरपोर्ट पे पार्किंग करना है. We need a 50,000 crore rupees loan. So SBI, ICICI Bank, HDFC, Punjab National, Canara Bank, they all come together. Everybody says, ठीक है, let's put, somebody gives 7,000 crores of loan, somebody gives 5,000, somebody gives 8,000, somebody gives 3,000 crores. They give a big loan together. That's called syndicated loan. Okay, we'll study this in chapter 6, but the correct answer is syndicated loan. Question 48 on your screens. अरे 100% बोला दोस्त. मरियम इज सिंह 40 मार्क्स कैसे आएंगे? 40 मार्क्स का बीसी के 100 कैसे आएंगे? परसेंटेज, नॉट 100. मतलब 100 में से 100 इज एन एग्जाम्पल. मरियम इज वेरी स्मार्ट. 40 का बीसी के 100 कैसे ले आऊं? एक ऑप्शन को 2 बार टिक कर देना मरियम, तो डबल मार्क्स मिल जाएंगे आपको. अब मरियम कहेगी तब भी तो 80 बने. ठीक है मरियम, कोई बात नहीं. क्वेश्चन 48 ऑन योर स्क्रीन्स. ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगना चाहिए इसमें भी. इट्स एन इजी वन फॉर दोज who remember. We have studied this. What is the kind of response in which a business should make efforts to exploit the opportunity and reduce the threats? कौन सा रिस्पॉन्स होता है? जनता से स्ट्रेटेजिक रिस्पॉन्स. क्या बात है. Everybody is fantastic now. Last two questions. 49. Choose the correct statement. Question 49. Choose the correct statement. Question 49. Choose the correct statement. देखो, कोमल the mathematician says 2.5 times mark कर देना 100 आ जाएंगे. ठीक है कोमल, मैं 3 बार कर दूंगा तो 120 आ जाएंगे. फिर तो दूसरे पेपर के भी 20 मार्क्स मेरे को मिल गए बीसी के में. बढ़िया है. इसमें तो 5 बार कर दो तो ग्रुप ही क्लियर हो गया हमारा तो। 200 आ गए। आई नो। क्वेश्चन 49। विच इज द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट? ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज राइट। नेस्ले एंड आईबीएम आर फॉरेन कंपनीज, बाकी सब गलत है। बाकी सब गलत है। द राइट स्टेटमेंट इज नेस्ले एंड आईबीएम आर फॉरेन कंपनीज। लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर द रिविजन। 50 क्वेश्चंस कंप्लीट हो गए। मार्क इनकरेक्ट ऑप्शन। लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। 50 बिल्कुल होता है। जीत मैरिक, आपके सारे आंसर्स शो होते हैं। ऐसे कैसे पॉसिबल है आपके आंसर्स ना दिखे? जीत, आई कैन सी योर आंसर्स। लास्ट क्वेश्चन, 10 more seconds। वेरी गुड। खुशी, ये वाला क्वेश्चन आई विल आंसर इन द लास्ट सेशन, ठीक है? खुशी says why are CAs so serious? I don't know why are they serious. रोहित सेज हम 45 टाइम्स एक आंसर ऑप्शन कर देंगे तो हम सीए बन जाएंगे। दोस्त, इत 45 टाइम्स एक आंसर करेगा पेज फट जाएगा, सीए कैसे बनेगा? पेज ही फट जाएगा। कूल विद दैट we come to the end of our revision. The correct answer is option A. The correct answer is that this is incorrect. Business has only one motive, that is profit. Ta-ta. This is incorrect. It has a lot of motives like profit, planet, people, right? Three P's: people, profit, and planet. Very good. हमने 90 मिनट्स में 50 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करे। 90 minutes, 50 questions, which is a very good speed for us. Let us now hear from you your total marks. Let's see कितने मार्क्स आए आपके। 66% फ्रॉम दर्शिका। ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम दर्शिका, रिविजन क्लास है, अभी तो बहुत टाइम है, यू हैव सो मच टाइम। मोहम्मद गॉट 38.5, राइट। महक गॉट ए नहीं, मेरे को मार्क्स बताओ। 11 इनकरेक्ट फ्रॉम अंशिका, 43 आउट ऑफ 50 फॉर पायल बेन पाठक। यार ये तो नवरात्रि से पहले पायल बेन, जो गॉट गुड मार्क्स, फिर तो मजे आ गए अब तो। यू कैन एंजॉय नवरात्रि मजे से, एग्जाम के स्ट्रेस के बिना। 46 आउट ऑफ 50 फॉर जानवी। मैम कैन वी स्विच प्लेसेस, आप टीचर बन जाओ। 46 आउट ऑफ 50। 37 प्रियंका स्वाति गॉट 70%। 39 आउट ऑफ 50 फॉर मनीष। जीत गॉट 38। कृति गॉट 40। अच्छा, कृति इज गिविंग आंसर है तो कृति गॉट 49। 49 का आंसर अब आया है। अमर कोई बात नहीं, रिवीजन करेंगे दोस्त। वी हैव 4 more classes, you have 4 more classes with me. Ask as many questions as you can. Revise the chapter. कोई भी डाउट है, ask us. This is your class. 12 wrong for Saloni, 35 Gautam, Pruta 34, Deepak 20, Shreya 35, 40 out of 50 for Mansi, Farah 36, Deepika 27, Dervish 40, 32। गेस वर्क बहुत साथ देते हैं, आज पता चल गया खुशी को, ये बहुत अच्छी बात है। इस एग्जाम में गेस वर्क ही करके आना, फिर कोई काम नहीं करेगा। एग्जाम में प्रिटी श्योर गेस वर्क काम नहीं करते, एज पर माय एक्सपीरियंस। यू कैन बी लकी। 12 रॉन्ग सलोनी। और एल्स, और किसका देखा मैंने? 38 कोमल का, प्रियांशु का, एसके, मोहम्मद से 30, स्वाति से 35, रूहानी 45, पार 32, दरविश 40। त्रिशलांक किधर गया अभी फिर यार मेरी चैट इतनी तेज से रिफ्रेश हो रही है डिफिकल्ट टू फॉलो रुको लेट मी जस्ट मेक इट स्टेबल 46.25 माय गॉड इतने सटीक मार्किंग 39 29 फॉर रोशन चौधरी 40 चैतन्य इज 30 23 अमर ओके ग्रेट और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में दोस्त 39 करेक्ट 20 32 31 33 42 ओवरऑल अंजलि राज भूमिका आनंद कृति के 33 31 सब लकी चल रहे हैं बढ़िया आशा's गॉट 50 आउट ऑफ 20 ये उल्टा लिख दिया आशा 20 में से 50 नहीं 50 में से 20 आए हैं ये स्मार्ट मार्किंग मत करो मेरे साथ ये ऐसे वी यूज टू मेक अ फूल ऑफ आवर पेरेंट्स की अरे मेरे 100 आउट ऑफ 80 आए हैं तो 100 आउट ऑफ 80 कैसे आ गए उनको तो सिर्फ 100 सुनेगा वो खुश हो जाएंगे वाह 100 आए हैं कूल I think it gives a lot of sense and comfort to all of you out of 30. I see the average score is around 35, 36 or somewhere around early 30s, 32, 33. For all of those, that's not a good mark. Okay. Out of 50, but I know too many questions from chapter 5 and chapter 6, जहां पे you could have scored another 7, 8 marks. So अगर मैं वो average लगाऊं, most of us are at 40 out of 50, which is 80%. Decent score, not a fantastic score. Okay. What does this mean is this means is we need to practice a lot. We need to go back and revise the concepts. We need to practice more questions. Study material के पीछे there are so many questions. Go and revise that. ठीक है? Questions after the study material, after each chapter, you have ample questions. Please go and solve those for more practice. For people who were asking कि यार ये वाला questions मेरे को कहाँ से मिले? Where did I get these additional 50 questions? It's there on the website. Go to BOS Knowledge Portal, right? Let me show you. Wait. ऐसे हर बार दिखाऊंगा फिर people say यार आप बताते नहीं हो. Let me just open that website and share it with you. Okay. Very good. I'm just going to that website and perfect. किधर गया मेरा zoom? लीजिए. Let me share that. Let me know once you can see my screen. Okay. If you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. Study material के पीछे I'm just giving you ये बुक के एंड में आई नो फॉर पीपल हु आर लुकिंग कि ऑनलाइन कहाँ मिलेगा आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू दैट एज वेल जस्ट गो टू स्टडी मटेरियल इधर गया स्टडी मटेरियल मैं खुद ही घूम गया हाँ सिलेबस ओ स्टडी मटेरियल यू गो टू स्टडी मटेरियल you go to foundation you go to business and commercial knowledge you go to BCK ये देखो additional questions people who have study material, the physical one or the PDF, whatever you will have that after chapter 6. But all of those who are wanting it to like have just this PDF for 50 questions for practice again, this is your additional questions. यहाँ जाके आप download कर लीजिए. This is what we practiced today, right? This is what we have practiced today. The additional questions, 50 questions for you with answers in the end. You can cross check and do that. Also every chapter has questions. Let's say chapter 5 आप देखोगे right so अब chapter 5 आप पढ़ोगे तो मजा आएगा but उसके पीछे you have like what 35 questions from chapter 5 as well right to practice so 35 30 questions into 6 chapters almost 180 questions ऐसे हो गए plus 50 more 230 questions plus also go for mock tests practice those mock tests you will benefit a lot all right ये सब करोगे इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस अवेलेबल है जाके करिए प्रैक्टिस करिए मजा आएगा प्रैक्टिस ही तो करना है दोस्त दैट्स द की टू सक्सेस परफेक्ट सो 137 आया अच्छा स्कोर है बेटर हो सकता है वी आर इन द ओल्ड कोर्स, न्यू कोर्स में तो बीसीके है ही नहीं दोस्त. द न्यू कोर्स डजंट इवन हैव बीसीके. That's been removed from BCK. Oh, from the new course. Only the old course has BCK. Cool. With that, we still have about 20-25 minutes. What we will do now is, टाइम को तो हम पूरा यूज करते हैं, तो अब हम शुरू करेंगे थोड़ा सा. We'll start touch the base of chapter number 5 for us. Okay. We'll touch a little on chapter number 5. We'll start with the introduction of what this actually means and what are we going to study in chapter 5. And next week we will delve into chapter 5 in entirety. You see my screen now, right? Perfect. Organizations facilitating business, right? This is organizations facilitating business. Before we get into chapter 5, right? Before we get into chapter 5, I will just pause here for 2 good minutes for any questions, any doubts that you have, and then we get into chapter 5. Okay. Chanchal, all questions about me. Last session, sirf gappe marenge. We will complete chapter 6 one session before. Our last session is only going to be a one-on-one gappe. Just questions, just doubts. It's just going to be one open forum. I will talk about solving questions. I will talk about examinations. We will talk about my experience. I will also give you some of my experience on how to build a stronger application for your articleship, for your job. We'll talk about everything that matters to you, right? Not just BCK, beyond BCK for CA as a course. सब कुछ पढ़ेंगे लास्ट सेशन में, लास्ट डे पे, विच इज नाउ 17th of September संडे. उसमें हम लोग पूरा कवर, आस्क ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस अबाउट रेज्यूमे कैसे बनाए, आर्टिकलशिप क्या होती है, कैसे करनी होती है, इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग क्या है, सब कुछ पूछेंगे. ठीक है. आस्क मी अबाउट इट बिकॉज आई नो इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. बियॉन्ड एग्जामिनेशंस देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट यू हैव टू डू. बट अभी के लिए मेरे को बताओ कोई क्वेश्चन सो फार, एनी डाउट सो फार, एंड वील सॉल्व दैट. परफेक्ट. I've also learned from YouTubers ki masala of the class should be the last session, right? Tabhi you will come back again for the classes. See, I've also learned clickbait, what they do on YouTube. ऐसा एक पोस्टर बना दो, थंबनेल, so that people अरे होगा क्या, वीडियो के अंदर कुछ नहीं है, बट हमारी वीडियो के अंदर होगा. So I will give you a lot of good stuff. Cool. Deepika says no. Deepika, no for what? नहीं चाहिए वो क्लास. Chapter 4 I've uploaded, but I'll check again. I have uploaded that for sure, but I can check again if it's not there, but it should be there. Cool. What is the meaning of annuities? Chapter 6 में पढ़ेंगे, but annuities means annual payment of interest. ठीक है. Annual payments are called annuities. Annual word से the word annuities has come. It means annual payment of anything is called annuity. No problem, Sadab. जो marks आए हैं, that's the reality, but the exam is still there. This is just revision. Okay? तो रिवीजन में डिसहार्टन नहीं होना है, एग्जाम में तोड़ देना है. Did NIRC classes enough to study or not? They're more than enough, but self-study is the best study, is what I feel. Cool. 31 number question, LIP Act 2009 है. ठीक है ज्योति, एक बारी चेक कर लेंगे हम. मेरे को वो ऑप्शन भी ठीक करवाना है. I know, and C, A and C. Cool. No more questions. Let's get to chapter 5 then. What is NABARD? आगे सर, chapter 5 में we will study what is NABARD. Okay. I got 39 only in the basis which I studied for June. Vaishnavi, still more to go. From 50, my guess was a great score is 45 plus. Okay, cool. Can a business thrive on its own? Vidisha, have you studied the rules for examination? उसमें जाके पढ़ो. That's an that is where you have to search for examination. Is there a negative marking? Right? Is there a negative marking? Have you studied the latest rules of examination? I showed you in the first class also. Which is right. Mariam says, dishearten होके भी क्या होगा? कितनी positivity है. Wow. Please send us some prasad, Devi Ma. Right? Okay. Chapter number 5 mein we are going into the organizations facilitating business. This chapter talks about organizations which are helping, which are facilitating businesses to operate in an ethical, in a fair, in a systematic manner. Organizations which are helping businesses in India, organizations which are helping businesses in India to operate ethically, systematically, and with all fair opportunities are going to be discussed in this chapter, like Reserve Bank of India, like SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, like IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, CCI, Competition Commission of India, NABARD, National Agricultural नाबार्ड एंड डेवलपमेंट बैंक है अपना. ठीक है जी. नेशनल बैंक फॉर एग्रीकल्चरल डेवलपमेंट, नाबार्ड. पढ़ेंगे इनके बारे में, समझेंगे these organizations, right? We will talk about these organizations and how are they facilitating businesses. Cool. Perfect. Amit says L अपना पहुंच गए हम L1. That's launched. This we are going to the solar space as well. ISRO has launched that, Aditya, I know. A very interesting fact I was reading today before I go to chapter 5. I think I was reading an interesting thing. This new Aditya apna lunar exploration uh, thing that's going to L1 level. It is 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth, which is 15 lakh kilometer. It's going to be there in 125 days. Okay. It is going to take 125 days only to reach 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth. And the interesting thing is 1.5 million kilometers, which is 1500 kilometers, is only 1% distance between Earth and Sun. 15 lakh kilometers is just 1% the distance between Earth and the Sun. So that means 15 lakh into 100, which is 15 crores. 15 crore किलोमीटर दूर है सन हमसे. क्या नंबर है? मुझे नंबर ही समझ नहीं आता है. Right? I don't know if you're reading the newspaper, but this is there in the newspaper. Crazy numbers, right? The crazy fact is the budget is only 400 crores. बताओ. 400 crores is what Salman Khan charges for Big Boss. कुछ sense है? I don't know. It's crazy economics that we are going through. अजीब ही number है, समझ ही नहीं आते. There's no balance between what's happening. Vaishnavi, again, the act dates are very subjective because act takes a lot of time. So 2008, 2009, right? Do not be so bothered about the number. It's an MCQ test. It's an MCQ test. Just be focused on what they're asking on the act name. dates are very subjective. When you get थोड़ा सा बड़ा, when you read law, हमेशा हर लॉ में ऐसा कंफ्यूजन होता ही है. So it's always there. It's not straight कि यही year है, because it takes time. There are regulations, there are amendments. तो वो law act के date change होता है. Just focus on the MCQ piece, not the date. Okay. A crore is just a number, right? Absolutely, Anji. We are always economic. रोहित says वहां पे भी इतनी गर्मी. रोहित, आई डोंट थिंक सो वहां पे गर्मी होगी. वहां पे तो हवा ही नहीं है. देयर इज नो एनवायरनमेंट. तो हीट कैसे होगी, मुझे ये बताओ. स्पेस तो बहुत ठंडा नहीं होता. आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग. सी, आई नो इट्स गोना बी हीट. आई एम जस्ट सेइंग, थिंक अबाउट इट. यस खुशी, इसरो, ये ब्रैकेट में बैंगलोर, ये चक दे इंडिया वाला सीन वील हैव टू डू विद यू. यू डोंट हैव टू कॉल योर स्टेट. यू हैव टू से your name and say India. That's the scene of Chak De India, right? Shah Rukh Khan says, "Where are you from?" And you have to say your name and say India. Perfect. Let's go to chapter 5, economy and the current scenario. Organizations facilitating business. The question to ask ourselves is, can a business thrive on its own? A business cannot thrive on its own. It needs support from the organizations, from the government, from the policymakers. It needs support from the external environment. Specifically, it needs some help. It needs capital. It needs loans. It needs people. It needs land. It needs resources. It needs customers. It needs suppliers, right? Akele isolation mein it cannot thrive. It needs to work with a lot of people. All of these are called facilitators of the business. All of these are called facilitators of the business. Okay. Very interestingly, right? Look at this chart. Okay. Look at this thing on the right of your screen, the circles. Point of contact facilitators are the closest to the business. Aids to trade are common for all the businesses, right? Funding and non-funding institutions are huge country level, global level institutions that help the businesses. Understand this very carefully. एक बारी ये समझ आ गया, the chapter is solved for you. For a business, I'll also give you an example, so don't worry on that. But just understand the terms. Facilitators of business are everybody who are helping a business, be it from the smallest employee of the company to the biggest customer, to government, to supplier, to logistic partner, to truck wala bhaiya, to a supplier, didi, whatever it is, right? Anybody and everybody helping a business in any form and shape is a facilitator of business. Those people who are very closely connected to the business are called point of contact facilitators. They're called point of contact facilitators. Point of contact, touch point hai unka business se, right? They touch point with the business. Second, aids to trade are which help a lot of businesses. People or organizations or other businesses which provide common services and common products to a lot of businesses. उनको बोलते हैं aids to trade, right? They are little bigger organizations, a little bigger businesses that cater to many other businesses. They are called aids to trade. Then comes funding and non-funding institutions, which are huge country level, global level institutions like RBI, SEBI, IRDA, one business, and we'll take that as an example. And the first one I read is going to be the example for this topic. जिसका पहले आया, I'll just take that as the example. Asha will talk about what is articleship. After you complete your foundation, you have to do 3 years of articleship. In new course, 2 years of articleship. ठीक है? Mandatory internship type होती है जो आपको करनी होती है. मेरे को एक example दो business का, and I'll take that for this concept. The first one I read is Nestle. ठीक है? Nestle का example ले लेते हैं. बहुत बढ़िया. Nestle is a company which is making Maggie. Within Nestle, let's take example of Maggie. Okay. Now, point of contact facilitators for Maggie brand are who? People who are giving you daily facilitation, like the employees who are making in the factory, the just tempo owners or the tempo drivers, the tempo services businesses, trucks who are bringing raw material to the Maggi factory, like maida, masala, chini, salt, the mixers, right? All of these. Then the packing ones. Some companies are packing, making masala for Maggi, printing the Maggi packets, then distributing it to the retailers, right? All of these are point of contact facilitators for Maggie. Daily in touch point are a business. They are daily dealing with the action happening for that brand, for that product. Second is aids to trade. There will be some legal people who are helping Maggie, like brand developers, ad agencies, legal partners कि GST का कोई केस हो गया, income tax का कोई issue हो गया. So these legal experts, these ad experts, these marketing experts, these are aids to trade. They may be helping Maggie, they may be helping some other company also, right? But they're helping not on a daily basis, not the direct point of contact, right? There may be big warehouse owners who are saying कि ठीक है आप अपने मैगी का सामान मेरे warehouse में रख लीजिए, right? There may be big wholesalers who are selling Maggie as one product out of the 1,000 products that they're selling. They might be selling GP, they might be selling Surf Excel, they might be selling soaps. उनकी शॉप में मैगी भी पड़ी है, right? So they're helping as something. They're just not focused on Maggie. They're focused on something else as well, but they're facilitating Maggie as well as an aid to trade. So that their business happens, they're helping them. And then comes funding non-funding institutions like RBI, like SEBI. Now, RBI is mandating a lot of banks. RBI controls banking system, and banking system helps Nestle or Maggie to take huge loans for their factories, for their processes, for their manufacturing, for their investment, for their R&D. They need a lot of loan. They need a lot of capital. So RBI is creating a good, strong banking system for them to take money, to take capital. Similarly, SEBI is creating a very strong system of shareholder market, or let's say share market, securities market, where if Nestle wants, they can go and list their company on the share market and get money from the public, right? Again, a source of capital for the company. So SEBI is creating a platform and environment where companies feel safe to go and get money from the public. Public feels safe that we can invest in a company. If something goes here and there, this is a good company, bad company, SEBI will help us check that. We trust in the system of SEBI. SEBI is the controller, and SEBI is going to help us. SEBI is going to help us if there is a problem. So trusting that system, people invest money in share market. Nestle comes to the share market, gets that money, uses it for development, gives it back to the shareholders in forms of profits and share prices, right? RBI creates a trustworthy banking system where banks have to give all information to the public that this is where we are giving loans to this company. This is what is happening. This company is a fraud. This person is a fraud. Do not invest in them. Do not work with them. Banks are giving so many information, right? All these systems are facilitating institutions which are helping the overall economic system of the country. These are facilitators of business in the country. Point of contact facilitators directly working with the business. Aids to trade, helping the businesses to expand, distribute, do the business in day-to-day life, right? Funding and non-funding institutions, institutions which are creating an environment of trust, of ethics, of fair competition for customers as well as the businesses to grow, to flourish, to expand within the country. Our chapter number 5, is focused on funding and non-funding institutions of the government of India, which are helping businesses by creating an environment, by creating platforms of trust, ethic, fair expansion, fair opportunity for everybody, so that each business feels they can grow, expand in the country. Ease of doing business, good governance, right? All of these digital economy, digital transformation, all of this that we see the government is doing, we will talk about all of this, how these government organizations, funding and non-funding, are actually helping businesses to grow within our country. We will talk about funding and non-funding institutions of RBI, SEBI, CCI, IRDAI, and development banks, within which we will talk about NABARD. Okay, NABARD is a development bank in agriculture sector. We will talk about these 5 specific institutions which are funding and non-funding. ठीक है जी? I just wanted you to give a gist of chapter number 5. With that, we'll wrap up for today. It's already 12:58. It's a Sunday. I will just stay here for last 2 minutes. I think we had a good revision. You know where you stand. You have more clarity what is to be done. You know a lot of concepts. You know where you are, what needs to be done, how it should be done, right? So focus on that. We will do chapter 5 next week. We will do chapter 6. We will do more questions. I will bring in more revision questions for all of you. We will do another revision like this. And last session, we will have a lot of understanding about the course, how to write answers, what to do in CA, how to do in CA, the course and beyond the course, about resumes, articleships, jobs, what is right, what is wrong, right? We'll talk about all of that in the next 4 classes over the weekends. With that, I'm wrapping up for today. Here again for another 2 minutes. If you have any questions, go for it. Happy to answer. Just put a Q before your question so that I know I have to answer that. Okay. Small overview of this topic in Hindi, Amar. बहुत simple. जो लोग आपके साथ डेली आपकी हेल्प कर रहे हैं बिजनेस में, पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट. कुछ लोग जो आपकी मदद कर रहे हैं जरूरत पड़ने पर, जैसे लीगल एक्सपर्ट्स, एड एजेंसीज, राइट, लॉजिस्टिक्स पार्टनर, वेयर हाउस पार्टनर्स, उनको बोलते हैं एड्स टू ट्रेड. कुछ बड़े इंस्टीट्यूट्स होते हैं सरकार के जो सभी बिजनेसेस की हेल्प करते हैं ग्रो करने के लिए, जिनको बोलते हैं फंडिंग एंड नॉन फंडिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन, जैसे आरबीआई जो कि बैंकिंग सिस्टम बनाता है, सेबी जो कि शेयर होल्डर, आपका शेयर मार्केट का, सिक्योरिटीज मार्केट का सिस्टम बनाता है, सीसीआई जो कि फेयर कंपटीशन इंश्योर करता है देश में, आईआरडीआई जो कि इंश्योरेंस को रेगुलेट करता है देश में, एंड डेवलपमेंट बैंक्स जो कि इंडस्ट्री को डेवलप करने में काम करते हैं. इस चैप्टर में हम समझेंगे नाबार्ड के बारे में, जो कि एग्रीकल्चर की डेवलपमेंट के लिए काम करता है. दैट इज चैप्टर 5 इन हिंदी फॉर यू. ठीक है सर, वेरी गुड. What are the questions? New exam rules कहाँ पर मिलेंगे? वेबसाइट पे मिलेंगे. Go to new syllabus, go to new scheme, read it. It's a 13-page PDF. Foundation के बारे में पढ़ना है. Go and read that. Sure, about my CA journey also, last session we'll do that. No hesitation. CCI Competition Commission of India. न्यू एग्जाम फॉर्म कहाँ से डाउनलोड करेंगे? वेबसाइट पे मिलेगा सब कुछ अंडर एग्जामिनेशन. गो एंड सी दैट. डाइवेस्टमेंट एंड डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट. डाइवेस्टमेंट इज स्लोली पीसेस में बेचना. डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट इज पूरा एक बार में बड़ा पोर्शन बेच देना, राइट? डाइवेस्टमेंट वर्सेस डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट. Perfect. Thanks, Srinidhi, that you found the class really productive. Happy to hear that. Super. Examples are amazing. Thanks, Apurva. Big thumbs up to you as well. Any advice for subject of law and economics? ध्यान से पढ़ना. Question बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ना भाई. I always used to get confused in questions. Bye, Punjabi Asif. See you next week. What to do after registration of December exam form. A lot of people miss out filling up the exam form after registering. Registration form अलग होता है, exam form अलग होता है. MTP RTP बहुत जल्दी आने वाली है. MTP का शेड्यूल निकल चुका है. I guess go and check that. Very soon you will hear about RTPs as well. Tips for business law: read the questions carefully, remember a lot of stuff. It's a tough subject. Law is always tough, though. So be very careful when you're studying that. Okay. Great. All questions, all doubts. MTP schedule is out. Thanks for telling that. 13th October se MTP hai. Go and register. Do that. It's going to change your life. Okay. With that, I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining in. Study hard. Take care.